How you doing? My name is Mark Brown and today we are going to be talking about music. Welcome everyone. So today we are going to be talking about ska music. Ska music. Ska is Jamaica's first popular music genre. Alright, so Jamaica has 5 types of music. First, we have mento. Then we have ska, rocksteady, reggae, dancehall. So these 5 types of music are what we call the foundation of music in Jamaica. Alright, so now you're gonna watch this video and it's gonna tell you everything that you need to know about ska. And stay tuned because I'm coming back to ask you some questions. So make sure you listen carefully.
Forward! March!
On August 5th, 1962, Princess Margaret finally pulled down the Union Jack after more than 300 years of British rule in Jamaica. The soundtrack to this newfound freedom was the first truly Jamaican music, the newly invented ska.
Because the time has come, then we can have some fun, so take a run. You know, it was just a simple song, and the people them jump to it and, you know, going around. Whoa, 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 we're independent, and, you know, flash them hands, and it was great. That was something to see, and never can come back in Jamaica.
You couldn't go to a party before 62 and play ska. After that night, you had to play ska for the party to be successful. It was unbelievable. Everyone gravitated to it. This was something new, and I noticed something too. They had pride. When they looked at it, they said, "This is ours."
It would have been nice to say, well, independence caused people to want their own music, but the music preceded independence. But it was a wonderful coincidence because independence gave it further drive. The music
Exclusive.
We start imitating the rhythm and blues songs, like say Smiley Lewis or Professor Longyear or Louis Jordan, and, you know, those kind of beat. We try to imitate it. It didn't turn out that way, so we decided to keep this as our own type. That's how that can come in.
Styling like those was really rhythm and blues. What we did to this rhythm and blues is like you'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this ska now we change it to 1, 2, 3. And then it's more 2, 4, 2, 4 instead of 1.
This is Jamaica's first musical revolution. And we call it ska. And then ska was a dirty word. But what it was terribly influenced by Jamaican activities of the people, you know. Culture Jamaica was pushed into it. And when the people took it on that fast, right, because they just grabbed to it because it was them.
From the beginning, I was made king. Lion says, I am king, and I reign.
We brought with us most of the music of Africa, the rhythm. To that has been fused some of the jazz influences emanating from our sisters and brothers in New Orleans. Culture has been a very strong element in all our art forms, but particularly in our forms of musical expression.
There was an increase in prosperity after independence. People bought record players and wanted to own the ska records that up until now they had only heard on the sound systems.
King of kings and Lord of lords, I reign.
Eager to capitalize on this new market, the sound system operators reinvented themselves as record companies. Prince Buster's Voice of the People, Duke Reed's Treasure Isle, and initially the top label Coxsone, run by the taciturn Clement Dodd. He was the first to realize that you could make a living without a sound system. With his profits, he set up the legendary Studio One, the first recording studio in Jamaica to be owned by a black man.
Studio One was a permanent place that people recorded almost every day. We were always free to go there and record whenever we feel like. And these are the kind of facilities that you got that made it a special place, you know, because it was like home, musically.
Studio One is like Jamaica's Motown. That's where all the great artists, you know, we say they graduate at this place, Studio One. It was like a 9 to 5 job. We went there early morning and we would record all day.
Coxsone's belief in Jamaica music was repaid in a year by the Wailers, Bunny Wailer, Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. In 1964, they sold an astonishing 70,000 copies of Simmer Down and stayed at the top of the charts for 4 months. Studio One's music was made downtown for downtown people. The musicianship necessary wasn't that easy to achieve if you were poor in Kingston, but luckily there was also a downtown academy. If Studio One was Motown, the Alpha Boys School was the Juilliard School of Music.
Alpha Boys School is a school that caters to the unfortunate. It teaches them trades that they can earn a living after they leave here, and some go abroad. I think you met Rico Rodriguez, he's a trombonist.
My mother wouldn't anger me no more, and that's the way I end up in Alpha. Maybe she feel I'm more protected up there. The young man, him grow very quick, you know what I mean? Him become very wise very quickly. You understand? Yeah. Cause life, tough life, you know. Life hard. Okay. And out of poverty, bringeth wisdom.
Many of Jamaica's greatest musicians have been from Alpha. Coxsone in particular was quick to appreciate the value of the kind of discipline and ability you might expect from them. His house band were largely Alpha Old Boys and became the first superstars of ska, the Skatalites.
Oh yes, the Skatalites. That was Johnny Moore. He is touring France now. And Lester Sterling, he's in America. Tommy McCook was very good at that. He was a saxophonist.
There came on the scene this talented aggregation, the most formidable array of talent which Jamaica has ever seen in a single band, and dare I say is ever likely to see in the future.
Now we have Uncle Bob in the house, and he is going to teach you how to do some ska moves. Here we go! So what do you think about ska move now? Talk to me, what do you think about ska move?
You did something,
yes.
That much I can say.
You know, you probably
You know,
need
you
to
just said that.
do some more. You understand,
Alright.
Uncle Bob? Just deal with it.
Yeah, right. No problem.
Yeah, man. Just go and practice, man. Yeah. We have come to the end of our first lesson. And as I said before, my name is Mark Brown. And I am your music genie. Stay tuned. See you next class.